I mean, perhaps then, as we are moving through our stream quite profoundly here, methods for expanding our consciousness. How do we, or how do we use our consciousness more consciously, more constructively, guys? Have you, yeah, I mean, Avanti, do you have any sort of perspectives that you'd like to bring in anything around that?
I think in my understanding, so to say, and again, it could be limited. So that's a disclaimer I always put out. In this, now wasn't it Daniel Kahneman, where he says the thinking fast and thinking slow, where he brings in the system 2 thinking perspective, where he says that we're thinking slower, we're thinking more mindfully, we're thinking more consciously about more longer term consequences of longer term choices. Right? So healthier eating when we're stressed. We could be binge eating, opening our refrigerator 12 a.m., having scoops of ice cream. But another way to handle that is to sit up and say, read a book, or maybe just try to meditate, or, it could be a different way of handling that sort of getting up episode. When we are able to step into the system 2, slower way of thinking, in my opinion, is where I think we are becoming more conscious about the choices we want to make. Then we're able to step back, look at all the movies that are being shown by our thoughts, and say, oh, actually not this movie, not this one either, not this one too. I'm just going to base it on the facts that I have in front of me. This is just an emotion or a thought or something like an urge that I want to do right now, but it's not going to help me in the long run. So I push all that aside and go with what is the best way to handle a situation in a conflict, in relationships, and so on and so forth. So I think, to me, the system 2 thinking, I think, helps our consciousness, or brings us closer to who we really are, because it allows this whiz of emotion to settle down, and then we're able to see life without drama or illusion, but as a series of events that are happening on their own, without having to blame it on any one side.